Well, right now, a massive manhunt is underway for a suspect in the shooting of a Phoenix police officer less than 24 hours ago. Take a look right here at your screen. This is the man police are searching for, Nicholas Cowan. Phoenix police say yesterday he pulled up to officers responding to a domestic violence call at the Marathon gas station near 27th and Beardsley and started striking that officer. That officer, a 24-year veteran of the force, thankfully is out of surgery and recovering. So here to speak more about how this officer is doing and the search for that suspect is Phoenix Police Chief Jeri Williams. We thank you very much for joining us during this difficult time. We know it's hard to even gather the words, right, but thankfully that officer is okay.
So thankfully she is going to recover fully. Prayers to her family, as well as to the other officer who was on scene, who was able to engage the suspect as a shootout was continuing. Thankfully he was there on scene, able to do what his training kicked in for him to do in order to make sure community members as well as other officers weren't in harm's way.
I know that officer, she's been with the force 24 years. Yes. She's a mother.
She is.
She's a wife.
Yes.
In fact, her husband works for the Phoenix Police Department.
Right.
Are we able to identify her and give us an update on if she's able to speak, and have you spoken with her?
Awesome. So I've not had the privilege to speak with her. I did speak with her husband, also a Phoenix police officer. The hospital is kind of keeping her kind of settled to make sure she's able to make a full recovery. So we've not been allowed visitors, and we're not going to release her name at the moment, giving her family time to really rest up for what's coming before her. But thankfully, Honor Health, Deer Valley, JC Lincoln, Deer Valley, thank you all for what you did. Phoenix Fire, as well as all the men and women who wear uniform, who stepped in to help out in this critical incident.
Speaking of, there's a massive manhunt right now. This is a dangerous individual.
Absolutely.
Where is the investigation? Where's the manhunt?
So we are still in search of said suspect. I want the public to pay attention to the video monitors. If you see this individual, do not approach. He shot police officers. He was committing different crimes with his girlfriend. We don't want you to approach, but we do want to find him. I am confident that our employees, as well as our partners in public safety, will find this gentleman.
This is a person with a long rap sheet.
Oh, absolutely.
A very dangerous person,
right,
at that. How is somebody like that with such an extensive rap sheet out on the streets?
So that's the question of the day, Javier. What we've noticed in the last 4 months in our 4 critical incidents that we've had is each one of the suspects in all of these crimes have all had extensive violent rap sheets, as well as should not have been in possession of firearms, yet they were able to keep in mind for our viewers out there, in 4 months, we've had 8 officers shot, 13 injured in 4 months. And yesterday was 4 months to the day that we had our first critical incident with Officer Tyler Moldovan, again with an individual who shouldn't have been in possession of a firearm.
Yesterday, in speaking to the media, you explained you're frustrated. You were absolutely frustrated. How do your officers get up each and every day knowing that this is hanging over their head and they're just trying to protect and serve?
Right. So I look in the faces, you know, each time we talk to the squad, to the officers, to the family members, and you can tell that they're tired and they're weary, but at the same time, they have this tremendous resolve to put this uniform on, to go out and answer your calls for service. So as everything was panning out yesterday, we had about 1,600 calls for service that went answered by men and women in uniform. Also wanted to make sure that I noted in Glendale, they had an officer-involved shooting with an individual who was committing domestic violence too. So we keep in mind the dangers of domestic violence, but the men and women who put on the uniform, our call takers, our crime lab folks, they still come to work because they have a heart and a passion to serve.
And do an amazing job. I know the reward right now is $5,000, yes, leading to the arrest of Cowan.
Right.
However, the public can get involved. Absolutely. They can raise that money.
Absolutely. So we're encouraging individuals to call into our Silent Witness line. If you want to donate to Silent Witness and let them know that you want to put those funds towards the capture of Cowan, we would greatly appreciate that. And to the men and women in uniform, thank you for your service. To our community members, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the Rutherford family. Paul Rutherford died in the line of duty in 2019. His family brought over water and bands, wristbands, and challenge coins for us. So thank you to the Rutherford family, Costco, Chipotle, Jack in the Box, Marathon gas station, and to all those folks who sent in messages, social media messages, Twitter messages, you name it. Thank you so much for your support. It means more than people know.
I want to get back to that incident yesterday because this officer didn't see what was coming. But thankfully there was another officer,
Yes.
and there was a huge shootout.
Oh, absolutely. So we're fortunate that none of our community members were injured. We're fortunate that the second officer on scene, his training kicked in. He was able to engage that suspect. We do believe that the suspect was injured as a result. But again, if you see him, please call in to us. Please don't approach. We want our community members to be safe as well.
We thank you very much for
Thank you,
taking the
Javier.
time, Chief.
Thank you.
The best of luck to
Thank you.
our Phoenix Police Department.
Thank you very much.